Tensions are escalating in Ukraine as protests were held in three eastern cities, Kharkiv, Luhansk, and Donetsk. In Donetsk, pro-Russian protesters called for an independent republic and Russia's protection, a move that was strongly opposed by the interim Ukrainian government. CCTV's Michal Bardavid has details.
It was a familiar scene for Ukraine, as protesters seized official buildings in the eastern city of Donetsk and raised Russian flags. Donetsk is Ukraine's fifth largest city. Over 100 pro-Russian demonstrators occupied a regional administration building on Monday and declared the creation of the Donetsk People's Republic. In a move that echoed recent events in Crimea, the group called for a referendum on May 11th to decide whether the province should join the Russian Federation. According to Russia's state-run TASS news agency, the protesters called on Russian President Vladimir Putin to send a temporary peacekeeping contingent to the region. In a televised statement, interim Ukrainian President Alexander Turchinov blamed Moscow for trying to promote a separatist movement in eastern Ukraine.
Dear
citizens of Ukraine, yesterday the second wave of the Russian Federation's special operation against Ukraine started. The goal is to destabilize the situation in the country, topple Ukraine authorities, disrupt the election, and tear our country apart.
President Turchinov warned that Ukrainians who take up arms will face anti-terrorist measures. The interim government says it is also considering a ban against parties that engage in separatist activities. Ukraine's former prime minister and current presidential candidate Yulia Tymoshenko visited the area and accused the activists of being agents of the Russian government.
Those people can be divided into two categories. The first are members of the Russian Federation Special Forces. The second are people hired by them, and they behave in quite an aggressive way.
Russian President Vladimir Putin didn't respond to those accusations, but blamed the latest separatist unrest on, quote, nationalist neo-Nazi groups and militants that were financed from abroad through non-governmental organizations. Protests also erupted in two other eastern cities, Kharkiv and Luhansk. Demonstrators were dispersed in Kharkiv during the day, and in Luhansk, some activists were reported to have seized weapons. The United States has warned Russia that entering eastern territories in Ukraine would be considered a, quote, serious escalation. The Russian Foreign Ministry issued a statement demanding that the government in Kiev stop blaming all the troubles of today's Ukraine on Moscow. Michal, Bardavid, CCTV, Kiev, Ukraine.